Call the order of the Big Muskego Lake Board of Commissioners for March 23rd, 2021. We've done the pledge. Roll call attendance.
Commissioner Wolf,
Here.
Commissioner Hamel,
Here.
Commissioner Terrence,
Here.
Commissioner Kapusta is not here, Commissioner Engelhardt is not here, Commissioner Kubaki,
Here.
Commissioner Madden,
Here.
and Mayor Petfalski is here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Statement of public notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Approval of the minutes from January 26th, 2021.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Deputy Commissioners report regarding status of the lake. Thank you,
Is it
Ron.
on?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hi,
What do you want to know?
Tell us about the lake.
It's still there.
That's good.
Thank you for the report.
Quite a bit of activity, more so than lately on Bass's Bay for ice fishing. I'm not so sure about the big lake. The ice is off as of 2 Mondays ago. All that horrendous wind that we had, it took care of that. And there's quite a bit of activity on the lakes now, especially Bass's Bay with boats. I've noticed that every day there's 4 or 5 sitting out on the small pond out there. As far as the big lake, I'm unaware, but I do see cars and trailers at the different landing sites around Big Muskego. What they're catching, if they're catching, couldn't tell you. First ice off is generally a good time for, the fish. So, but I haven't gotten any reports from any of my friends and neighbors who do go out there. So they're keeping it a secret. About all I have. Tom, you got anything additional? Well, then why don't you come on up and fill them in. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn.
Hello. There was a concern because there's heavy snow cover this year with possible winter kill. The deep snow cover blocks sunlight from oxygen production, photosynthesis that would go on underneath the ice. And I did measure the dissolved oxygen at one point where it got really low in one area of the lake. And but there have been no reports of fish kill. Significant areas of fish kill. We were kayaking on Saturday and saw no dead fish in that trip, so that's a good sign.
Do you see any live ones?
No. They swam away. A lot of ducks, though. There's an incredible amount of waterfowl on the lake right now. The DNR was going to do a burn of the western cattail fringe. I don't know if that was talked about at a previous meeting. It would have been several hundred acres on the west side, but they would do that during winter. And the reason they do that is to reduce the amount of dead cattail material and make it easier for muskrats to get in there, and they eat the lush green vegetation. And then what they do is they kill a certain area, or they reduce a certain area of cattails and create an open area of water. And in the middle of that water, they've got their lodge, and that creates nesting habitat for ducks. So in a roundabout way, it helps create these little pothole openings of water and better habitat for wildlife.
They didn't do that, did they? Did they do it?
They did not do the burn.
Okay.
And so I think I've tried to call the wildlife manager today to see if they might still do it. I think it was a winter thing. They wanted to do it while there was ice and some snow. So I think they're going to do that next year. They did this 2 years in a row at Vernon Marsh. I don't know if anybody saw the big plume of smoke last year or several weeks ago. So they did that procedure. It's common to do it at Horicon Marsh as well. So they want to do it here on the west side of Big Muskego Lake, so perhaps next winter. And that's it as far as lake update that I have.
Any questions for any of these gentlemen? Thank you. Thanks
If you have any
for
questions about the
have
weed agreement,
you,
then we can.
Are you going to do a chemical treatment this year?
Yes.
And are you
That-
permitted
so-
for that yet? Are you?
We have the DNR permit already, and then I believe the approval of the contract is tonight, right?
Yes, you might as well stand there in case there's any questions.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
All right. Moving on to new business, authorization for the chair to sign water management agreement with Innovative Water Care LLC, DBA Marine Biochemists.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions on this? Old Tom's here. This is just the chemical treatment for,
Yeah, it's the same contractor we've worked with for years. He's really good. What I like about them is they'll be honest and let us know when it doesn't need treatment, which is nice. We don't spend money that we don't have to. So I think this represents about a 2.5% increase from last year. So that's just kind of cost of living, kind of a normal inflation rate, I think.
all right. Any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Is there any communications or
Thank you.
miscellaneous business? If none, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
Oh, one more thing, miscellaneous. The Eagles, having nested stole the Osprey platform 3 years ago and have been nesting there since. We did affix cameras up there, hoping to get pictures of them. Unfortunately, they decided to nest in a tree. That's not uncommon for them to build another nest somewhere else. And they're very, very close by on that western shoreline near Nature Estates subdivision.
So the videos that you were showing me are no longer?
Well, they may visit, they may land there just for a resting stop, whatever. However, that was a prime location for ospreys, so I wouldn't doubt that ospreys come back to that particular nest. But we do have other cameras on the ones that the ospreys would come back to. So the ospreys are due back usually about the first week of April is when you first see them, so
Not to
anytime.
discriminate against ospreys, but eagles are cooler.
There are one-third the amount of ospreys as eagles, so ospreys are actually more remarkable to have here, but everybody likes eagles. Yeah.
Kind of an American thing. Yeah. All right. All right, I think we had a motion. Did we have a second to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 6:05 PM.